Jai Hind dear students, welcome to today's class. As you know, yesterday we have completed the exercise related to the multiplication of division. Today the exercise we are going to start is the exercise that concentrate on the idea that we can transform any division into multiplication. Also, as you know, the number we divide by is called the divisor. To divide decimal numbers, we multiply the divisor by as many tens as necessary until we get a whole number. Or we can say that multiply both the dividend and the divisor by 10 repeatedly until you get a whole number and divisor. This will make your task more easier. So today we are going to start our exercise, that is our last exercise, exercise 2.7. In this exercise we are going to learn how to solve decimals having division. So starting from question number 1. As we have already learned about how to divide a number where one is having a decimals and other is a whole number, right? So if we talk about the first part, in this part we have to divide 0.4 by 2. So in this case, as you know, division is reciprocal of multiplication. So what we will do? First, we will convert this into fraction. That will give you 4 over 10. As I said, to divide 0.4 by 2, we can find the multiplication by doing reciprocal of 2. So it will be 4 over 10 times, what we can write, reciprocal of 2 will be 1 over 2. Now we can easily do the reduction. That will give you 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. Multiplying the numerator, we will get 2 times 2, that is 2 over 10, which we can simply write as 0.2. So when we divide 0.4 by 2, or we can simply say that by finding the half of 0.4, it was so understandable that we will get 0.2 only. So in this way you can check your easier question also. Okay, I think so you're understanding. If you are not understanding this part, so please refer to the previous video that I've shared how to divide two decimals. In that video we have already discussed that how to divide two numbers. Clear? Suppose if we talk about the third part, in this part after decimal we have two digits as you done in exercise 2.6. So if we have to convert this into fraction, what we can write? We can easily write 248 over 100. We will get two zeros. Now to find the division, we will find the product of the reciprocal of one of its number. So it will be, what will be the reciprocal of 4? Yes, 1 over 4. Now if you can see they are the factors, so we can easily reduce. 462 times is 248. So we have reduced. Now multiplying, we will get 62 over 100, that we can easily write as 0.62. Clear how we have did this? Okay. Also there is one more method how you can divide 2.48 by 4. As I said in the earlier video that you can easily ignore the decimals and just divide 248 by 4. As you can see here also, what we have done, just ignoring the decimal, we have done the normal division. So if you will divide 248 by 4, answer will be 62 only. Now count the decimals. If you will see, after decimals we have two digits, and then we will put decimals in the result also from going right to left. Clear? Now coming to fifth part. In this part we have one digit after decimal. So the fractional part will be 6512 divided by 10. Now we will take the reciprocal of 4 by putting multiplication sign. Reciprocal of 4 is 1 over 4. Clear? Now as you can see, 6512 and 4 are the factors, so we can here reduce it also. So after reduction we will get 1628 over 10, or this can be written as 162.8. Clear what we have done? One more thing, if you have forgotten how to do the reciprocal or what is the reciprocal of a number, as I told earlier that reciprocal is just a multiplicative inverse of a number? You have already learned this in your chapter 1. What is multiplicative inverse? So when we find the product of original number and its multiplicative inverse, the result will be always 1. So the same is with reciprocal. When you will find the reciprocal of a number, suppose here for 4, if you will find the product of 4 and its reciprocal, the answer will be 1. We will more discuss about it, but before discussing further, let's see how to do question number 7. In question number 7, after decimal we have 2 digits, so what we can write, 396 over 100, which has to be divided by 4, but we are writing multiplication sign and the reciprocal, such that to find the inverse of this part so that we can get our answer easily. Now after reduction, if you will see, we are getting 99 over 100, which will gives you 0.99 as your result. Clear? What we have done? Just you have to change the division sign, then to the reciprocal of the second number, that is your whole number, and then if they are factors of each other, or we can reduce it, and after reducing and multiplying the numerator and denominator, you will get your result. Also, one thing I want to mention, that reciprocal of a number is 1 divided by that number. This is the main theory, okay? In this way we will do this question. I think so I've understood the first question of the exercise. Now let's learn how to do question number 2. Question number 2 says that we have to find the division of these given parts. As it's very important to understand before proceeding that whenever a number is divided by a number which is a power of 10, the decimal in that number gets moved towards right by as many places as there are number of zeros. For example, if we will talk about the second part, we have 52.5 divided by 10. Okay, so we have how many zeros in 10? 1 zeros. Okay, so what we are going to do? We are going to shift the decimal that is present between 2 and 5 to the right side. Okay, right side of as many number of places there are zeros. So we have only 1 zero in this part, so we are going to shift that decimal point to the right side. Clear? So let's do this part. Having 1 0, if we will shift this decimal point, the decimal point should be here, right? So what we are going to write? Our final answer will be 5.25. Clear? Where 5 is a whole number and 25 is a decimal part. Understood what we have done? We can also solve this by finding the reciprocal and by converting 5 to 0.5 into fraction, as you can see here also. Understood how to do this type of question? Just you need to keep small things in mind, that what to do if you will see a power of 10. In fourth part, 3.1 divided by 10. We have only one number of zeros, so we'll shift this decimal to the right side. Okay, to the right side of one place only because of 1 0. So the answer will be 3.31. Right? Where 3 is the whole number and 31 is a decimal part. In the decimal part also, if you will see, 3 is present at 10th position and 1 is present at 100th position, where before the decimal we have 3 that we called as ones position. Clear? If you will see the sixth part, in sixth part before decimal we have 0. So because of 1 0, if we will move the decimal towards right, then what will be the number? There we will fill the vacant place by putting 0. So 0.056 will be your answer. Right? Now in this part we have 3.96 divided by 10. Number of zeros is 1. So decimal is going to shift towards right after one digit. Clear? So answer will be 0.397. And this is how we will do this type of questions. In question number 3, we have to find the division of each of these parts. So before proceeding further, as I said already, it is very important to understand whenever a number is divided by a number which is a power of 10, the decimal in that number gets moved towards right by as many places as there are number of zeros. So keeping this in mind, we have to solve these questions. Since if you will see in question number 1, we have 2 zeros. Okay, 2.7 has to be divided by 100. So what we will do, we will shift this decimal point towards its right as many places there are number of zeros. So that is 2, 1, 2. This is the shifting, and the vacant place is filled up by 0. So what will be the answer? Answer will be 0.027. Clear? Now moving to second part. In this part again we have decimal between 0 and 3. So this decimal will move towards right at 1, 2. It means that we need one extra 0 after the decimal to fill up that vacant place. So the final answer will be 0.003. Clear? Now if you will see in the third part, we have 0.78 and the number of zeros are 2. So what we are going to do, we are going to shift this decimal before 7 to the right side. So right side 2. Okay, so if we will put the decimal, it will be 0. Then 2 zeros, that is the vacant position. Now 78. So 0.0078 is your answer. Now there's one more method to do this type of question. Now if you will see this is the actual procedure to divide any number. What we have done, first we have converted the decimal part into fraction, then we have flipped the second part by changing the decimal sign into multiplication, and in last by putting the decimal we have found our answer. In this way we can also solve this type of questions. Now as per your convenience, please do homework part, or you can practice the classwork part also by yourself. Clear? Now if you will see the sixth part, in sixth part we have 2 zeros and decimal point it is between 8 and 5. So we have to shift the decimal point towards the right as many places are there in the number of zeros. So there are 2 zeros, so we shift the decimal points towards its right the 2 places. So the decimal will be shifted before 9. So the final answer will be 0.9853. Clear? And in this way we will find the division if a number divided by power of 10. I hope you have understood. Now let's see how to solve next question. In question number 4, we have to find the division of each parts that is given in the question. But before starting this question, it is very important to understand that whenever a number is divided by a number which is a power of 10, the decimal in that number gets moved towards right by as many places as there are the number of zeros. Keeping this in mind, we can easily solve this type of questions. For example, suppose in first we have 3 zeros. So what we will do, we will move the decimal to the right of the decimal as there are number of zeros. So like 1, 2 and 3, and the vacant places we fill up with zeros. Clear? So the answer for this part will be 0.0079. Understood what we have done? So now let's see the second part first. Now in the second part, as you can see, we have 3 zeros. So we have to move this decimal towards right side as many places are there in the number of zeros. So 1, 2 and 3. The third part will be filled up by 0. So the answer for this part will be 0.0263. Easy? Yes. So what we have done, I'm just revising it again. First of all, you need to find the how many number of zeros we have in the division part. So suppose we have 3 zeros, so you have to move the decimal towards right as many places as there are the number of zeros. So here the number of zeros are 3, so we will shift the decimal that is present between 6 and 3 to the right by counting the 3 places. And if there will be no third place, so what we will do, we will just write 0 for that. Clear? This is the way to do this type of questions. If you want to divide also, that you can also do. In fifth part, 0.5 divided by 3 zeros, that is 1000. So we will shift like 1, 2 and 3, and in the vacant places we will fill up 0. So 0.0005 is your result. Now, as you have learned that how to divide any number having base power 10, like we have done if denominator was 10, if denominator was 100, and likewise in this question the denominator was 1000. Clear? As I mentioned already, practice more to reduce your error. Now let's see how to do question number 5. In question number 5, we have to find the product of two given numbers in each parts. Since if you will see in the first part, 2.5 can be written as 25 over 10. Okay, now times 0.3 can be written as 3 over 10. Multiplying the numerator, we will get 75, and in the denominator we will get 100. Since we have two zeros in the denominator, so answer will be 0.75. Clear? So this is the way to do the multiplication of these two decimal numbers. As I think so, we have already discussed a lot of questions like this, so it will be easy for you to understand that what we have done just right now, that how because of two zeros we got decimal numbers. Just we need to count the zeros, number of zeros, and from going right to left we will put on the decimal point. Clear? Now if you will see the third part of a question, although this has to be done as a homework, but I am discussing here. In this question, 0.2 can be written as 2 over 10 times 316.8. After decimal it has only one digit, so we will write 3168 over 10 having 1 0. Multiplying the numerator, we will get 6336 as your result and 100 as your denominator part. Counting the number of zeros and putting the decimal point, we will get 63.36 as your result. In this part we are going to do the same thing. 1.3 can be written as 13 over 10 and 3.1 can be written as 31 over 10. Clear? Now what you need to do, just you need to multiply the numerator and the denominator part. While multiplying the numerator, we will get 403, in denominator we will get 100. Counting the number of zeros, putting the decimal, we will get 4.03 as a result. Understood what to do? Now moving to the next part. In this part we are going to do the same thing, as 0.5 can be written as 5 over 10 and 0.05 can be written as 5 over 100. After decimal point we have two digits, that's why 5 times 5 will get 25 over 1000. Since we have 3 zeros over here, so counting from right to left, 5, 2 and the vacant space will be filled by 0. So 0.025 is the result of this part. Clear what we have done? Since in the last question we got two zeros only, and in the number part we were also having two digits, that's why we haven't put any 0 at the vacant place. But here 25 is having only two digits and we are having 3 zeros, so to fill the vacant place we have put the 0 over here. That's why the answer of this part is 0.025. Now moving to the seventh part. In this part, as we can see, it can be written as 107 over 100, as after decimal we have two digits, times 0.02 can be written as 2 over 100. Multiplying the numerator part, we will get 214 as numerator, and in denominator we will get 10,000. Now count the number of zeros. We have 4 zeros, and before 2 we have no other number, so we will vacate the space by 0. So 0.0214 is our answer. Clear how to do this type of questions? Just count the number of zeros, and in the numerator, suppose you don't have that number of digits, so just write 0 on going from right to left, and also before putting out the decimal point. Clear? In this way we will do this type of questions. There are some basic points that has to be understood while doing the decimals questions, that while multiplying or dividing, what we need to do, like to make our questions more easier. Again, I'm saying there are different methods to do one particular questions. The method you are easy with, you can go for that, but otherwise I'm discussing only that method which has to be the actual procedure. If you don't want to do by this method, you can completely go for the other one. There will be no issues. Now moving to the ninth part. In ninth part, we are going to do the same thing. After decimal we have two digits, so 10101 divided by 100 will be the fraction, times 1, since we have two digit after decimal, and that is 1 divided by 100. Okay, 10101 times 1 gives you 10101 divided by 10,000. We are having 4 zeros in the denominator, and if we will count the numerator, we have 5 digits. So easy. We can easily put on the decimal sign, and 1.0101 will be the final answer. Clear what we have done? Just count the number of zeros if we have power base 10, and then just start counting from right side going to left, and after 4 digits just put on the decimal point, and in this way you will get the result. Like in this question we have got 1.0101. Since after the decimal there are 4 digits, and in denominator part also we are having 4 zeros, so in this way we have checked and our answer is correct. So this is the way to do this type of question. So for better understanding, as I said, do practice. Okay, now as you now understood how to do this type of questions, we are going to learn now how to do word problems, the word problems based on decimals. So here is question number 6. Question number 6 says that a vehicle covers a distance of 43.2 km in 2.4 liters of petrol. How much distance will it cover in 1 liter of petrol? So to find the distance covered in 2.4 liter of petrol, that is given as 43.2 km. With this help we can easily find for 1 liter of petrol, as we have also learnt about unitary method. What to do? Just to do division. Therefore the distance covered in 1 liter of petrol will be 43.2 km divided by 2.4 liter. Clear? In this way we can easily find the distance covered in 1 liter of petrol. 43.2 can be written as 432 over 10 divided by 24 over 10, as we can write 2.4 like this, right? Now division can also be expressed in the form of multiplication. Since what to do? Just to change the sign of division and by flipping over the second number. So 432 over 10 multiplication sign, and flipping over this 24 over 10, or reciprocal of 24 over 10 will give 10 over 24. And we can see that 10 and 10 we can reduce it also, as 10 times 1 is 10, and they are in cross multiplication side. So the final result is 432 divided by 24, and as you can see, if we will divide this we will get 18 kilometer as our result. So the distance covered in 1 liter of petrol is this, and in this way only, with the help of question, we can easily find how to do the solution part. Clear? So this is the last exercise of the chapter fractions and decimal. I hope so you have learned so many things about chapter 2. So as I said, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics, right? So happy learning, take care, stay safe, and thank you so much.